Nah, that helmet. I'm gonna end up buying that helmet off eBay. I
You can
am.
wear it. It's actual. You can
You
actually wear
talking
it.
Dead Space? This is a Dead Space helmet.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bro.
it looked
It's
good.
literally it's a
Is it
showpiece.
wearable, or is
Yeah.
Yeah,
it one
you
of
can
those?
actually wear it.
Oh, that's actually cool. Yeah, because you remember Halo 3, the helmet. It was like a game case. You could throw like 4 games in it. It was terrible.
They got a Fallout one. No, I think they got a Titanfall one. The point is, it's a good showpiece. You can turn the lights on, leave that shit right behind you. That shit will look heat behind you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What's up, people? I'll let y'all pull in. What up, Spider? Almighty, Red Hood, what's good, Mega? SolidCast episode 55. We're back. As you know, we started the new year last week. Not too many topics. I got a bunch of grumpy old men with me today. You know what I mean? But yeah, BG's still awake, bro. Listen, there's levels, you know.
Yeah, man.
When you got mob protection, he can't say no because he knows he's gonna get a knock on his door the next day, brother. You know what I mean?
I
You just
told
gotta
them
do.
this to change the time of the podcast though.
It is a late podcast. It really is.
I don't like this either, BG. This is terrible,
You
It's
think 9 o'clock
9 p.m.
is too late?
stuff.
bro. It's
Way too late
Saturday.
for us old men. What that mean?
What do you mean? It's MMA day. Saturdays is for fighting.
So
Saturdays is for boxing and for come on and
you,
I
the chat said 9 o'clock is the way to go.
Bro,
Maybe I
I
can
couldn't
bump it up.
even stay up for the fight, bro. Like I had the fight up set up on my laptop and everything. I fell asleep exactly like when they were doing the walk-ins, bro. I couldn't even stay up.
Guys, Meds,
Yeah,
how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, my man. I'm doing good. It was actually a pretty good week, man. Very productive week. You know, got a lot of gaming done. Made a lot of money also this week. So it's a good week, man.
That's a good week. What games have you been playing? Speaking of games,
I've only been playing one game. I've been playing Nobody Saves the World. We talked about this last week. I don't want to get
you're
over
still
it.
playing that Game Pass game?
I'm still playing that game. The game is fire. I recommend everybody play this game. This game, bro. This game, like, what do you even know about this game, Blaze?
I know it's Xbox Game Pass fodder. That's what I know about it.
How do you figure?
Because I never heard of it.
All right,
BG, ever hear about that game?
What is it called? Somebody Saves the World?
Nobody Saves the World.
I've heard of it. I have no idea what it is though.
There you go. All right, see, he's heard of it.
I mean,
Listen,
BG,
bro.
what you been playing, bro? Because I know
Fuck you.
BG's
Fuck
in the
you,
same
Blaze.
boat as everybody else.
Nothing.
BG, you know, nothing.
I'm
He
just
probably
waiting
been
for
watching
Dead
TV.
Space.
He been watching Tlu. He went to an early screening. You know, he fancy.
Oh, we gonna get into that, bro. BG's a big shot, bro. When I seen the
Really
little
not.
wristband, I said, wow,
This
he
is an
really taps
exclusive
in
club.
like that. Yo, Benji, I'm not wearing a snuggly. Don't get blocked tonight, bro. It's a robe.
Okay.
Okay?
A snuggie? Are you wearing a snuggie?
You know those sweaters you can wear with the cutouts? Like that's not. It's a robe, bro. You know what I mean, I just wash my balls. Like I'm, you know what I mean. But BG,
Yo.
so you haven't been playing anything. I know we've been complaining. You know, people are like resorting to you know, what's those RTS games they've been playing? Age of Empires and Yu-Gi-Oh. And the fact of the matter is, all these little games that we're all playing in Discord, it's to pass the time. Stop acting like these are your, you know, I love it. Is it a classic? Sure. Would you be playing if there was other shit out? No, you wouldn't.
It's all filler games. I'm waiting on Dead Space, man. Until then, I'm bored. Oh, sidebar, bro. I got that RTX eye tracking thing on for your videos. I got that on right now. That's what I'm using. I'm not looking at y'all right now. I want you to know I'm not looking at the camera.
Really?
I'm so serious. I am not looking at the camera. I'm not looking into
bro.
My
that
camera.
is weird.
This is all the tech. This is just
what the fuck? I gotta turn that on too.
Bro, I used it in my last video. If you look at my last video, it looks like I'm looking at the camera the whole time. I am not looking at the camera, bro. This joint is kind of creepy.
What?
It's creepy, bro.
Is that on the Nvidia broadcast app?
It wouldn't work from my angle. I know it wouldn't work from my angle.
Where is that? I need to find
if
that.
you got to download the latest one. I don't know if you have the latest version.
That is scary, bro.
Yeah.
I'll have to look.
And you go to the video tab, and then like I forgot what it's called. It's something, but bro, it's kind of worrying because we're already in like the deep fake era. People could make videos of and put your face on stuff and make it act like you doing something and looking at something. Like it's kind of creepy, bro. I like it though for my videos because I don't be looking at the camera. I be looking at other stuff, so it makes me seem like I'm looking at the camera.
That is awkward when someone like always be glancing to the other monitor to read comments, but this way,
Yeah.
It's a lot more
that is-
natural than this shit
yeah.
that BG's doing. That BG's been staring at my soul for
Yeah,
like the last
yeah,
5
it does
minutes.
look
This is
like I'm
weird.
staring, right?
That's a
Yeah.
fact, bro. He's staring at me, bro. Chill
The
out,
shit,
bro.
I'm about
and the
to
thing
turn
is, like,
it on. I'm about
your
to-
eyes have not like moved at all. Like,
Yo,
bro,
BG,
this is
turn
very
that shit.
unnatural.
Let me switch it to the other, to my regular. Hold on. Like, boom.
Bro,
Okay.
turn that shit off. Dog.
See?
He really looking at us.
Now
bro.
it's off.
No, I had to stop looking
See?
at him. I had to stop.
Bro, that was scary for real, bro. When you said that, I looked at him. He's just like, the hills have eyes, just staring at him.
BG, hold on now. I know you don't believe in the backlog, but there's literally no game that you wanted to go back to. Like, like now you have some free time.
got
There's no
hella
games
games.
coming out. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like this, BG swears there's no such thing as a backlog. But you telling me that you've played every single game that you've ever had your eye on that you had interest in? Come on, bro.
Yeah, if I don't
There's
get to it by a
things- there's
certain time, I
things.
just don't care anymore.
So you just completely move on and
Yeah.
you'd never play it.
Yeah, never play it.
Come on, brother.
I just move on and like listen. If I didn't get to it by now, then I don't really care that much. Apparently, it's not worth it. Not worth going back to.
Like I was telling BG.
I appreciate you turning that off because that shit was creepy. Thanks, BG.
I was telling BG, hey, Battlefield's in good shape, but he's like, I ain't going back into that. Like they had their chance. And bro, I guess like bro, it's crazy to see a game like Battlefield struggling with 3,000 live players on Steam. That's crazy to see.
Hurts.
You know what I mean? But I want to get into this Last of Us show. I've seen a couple leaks. I watched a couple spoiler videos. You know what I mean? I was snooping around. I was like, you know what I mean? I seen BG with the wristband. I said, wow, that's so awesome, bro. Like that's so dope because BG's, the guy's been doing this for a long time. So you know what I mean? To get that, you know what I mean? To get in, it's a big deal too. For him to get in like that. So BG, I know you can't get into it. I've seen a few things myself, but what's your? I know you made a video. BG has made a video. So if you're interested in like the full, whatever everything he's got to say, you can go to his channel and watch the breakdown of his video. But like, what was your impressions of it? Like, because on Rotten Tomatoes, it's doing very well, right? So what was your impressions?
Yeah, I'm not actually under embargo or anything like that.
Oh, you're
they
not?
literally just they just because there's new people who haven't played the game, so they just be like, we encourage y'all not to spoil anything. But I'm not under any type of embargo. If I could literally tell y'all the whole first episode, but I don't.
Yeah, go ahead. Nobody cares. We played the game.
Come on, bro, no.
But
everybody played the game.
Okay, so I mean, the first episode is good. They do skip out on a few. I would say a pretty something significant in the first part of the game, because it's mainly like a gameplay segment that's not necessarily for the story. That part where you go to the dock, like Joel and Tess go to the dock, and there's some dudes around there that work for Robert. That whole part is not in the show. That whole part is not in the show. Like where you're by the docks, and then after Robert you meet Marlene. That whole part's not there.
Wow.
They kind of just like streamline certain parts. Like after the stuff after that still happens, and like they connect it in just they take a shortcut pretty much to get to the point after that. So that's the biggest thing they cut in the first episode.
Well, Joel and the whole explosion and carrying his daughter, that's all there.
Yeah, that's there. And they have the show, they make the show in a way that you don't have to play the game, right, to understand it. They kind of explain what the infection is in this little like prelude before the actual show starts. And then they go into Joel and his daughter. That whole scene we play in the game, they go into, so that whole thing is there. That little part pre-pandemic, you see that whole thing. The acting is good. Like I said, besides Bella Ramsey, she's the only one that I really just thinks it doesn't really fit in, right? Everybody else is pretty good, and everybody else starts to actually act like and kind of morph into the character from
Yeah, but
the
is
game.
it perception, BG? Is it because you know the story? Like, oh, okay, like you just kind of gradually get over it, like the whole look of, because the face is not matching up with what you're seeing, right? So, but like eventually, I think we played the game, so you see it, and you kind of get over it. Like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't like who they chose, BG. But I got over it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like because the thing is, like, good acting can surpass all of that, and I don't think Bella Ramsey is this. I think she's still young, right? So she's not this like amazing actor right now. She could be in the future. As far as I know, her first role was Lady Mormont in Game of Thrones. As far as I know, that was her first role. So it's not like she's this experienced actor. So I'm not holding that against her, but I don't
Right.
think she's that good of I guess a quote unquote child actor. She's probably like 19 right now to play Ellie, and she's also never played the game. So this is her version of Ellie. She's not like trying to imitate Ellie, but I'm just not convinced by her performance. It seems like it just still seems to me like she's Bella Ramsey trying to play Ellie or cosplay as Ellie. If the acting was amazing and she didn't look like her, that would be okay. But she doesn't look like her, and the acting isn't necessarily amazing to me. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But everybody else's acting is so good, even if they don't necessarily look like their character. It's like, okay, this is
You get it.
definitely Joel. This is Tommy. This is everybody else. It fits. So
Does it bother you when you hear things like she didn't play the game? I mean, you can't hold these are actors. They don't play video games for a living, right? Like,
yeah.
but I'm sure she's glanced at scenes of Last of Us, bro. She's had to.
Yeah, she said that. She said she did see a few scenes of the game, but she didn't play it. But the fact that Neil is like co-directing, then then I would say, yeah, you don't need to play the game if Neil is co-directing, which he is with Craig Mazin, because this man created the game. He wrote and directed the game. He can tell you how these characters need to be. Right. It's not like one of those other these other video game adaptations where it's just given to some random director and the person who actually made the game has nothing to do with it. Neil is telling y'all, okay, this character would do this. You need to do it like that. So I don't think they need to play the game because Neil is there.
Big Cloud, how we doing, buddy?
What up?
If you're ever late on my show to play Yu-Gi-Oh again, I'll fire you. You heard me? I see you
again?
playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm gonna let it go.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, you heard.
Say it again. Say it again.
You and Benji playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Go ahead. Say it again.
No. But anyway, Big Cloud.
It's definitely not going to be a zombie show. Neil has said that many times, but yeah, it's not going to be.
I'm thinking of a Walking Dead. That's the direction my head's going.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not even.
Well.
I don't even think it's going to be Walking Dead.
Like about 28 days later.
No, not even.
With
not
the
even
runners, because like most of
not even. It's not even going to be close because like the presence. Like I said, I only seen the first episode, but I can almost bet, and I think one reviewer had almost said this. I would almost bet you're not going to see that many like infected throughout the whole series. I don't think you're going to see that many. It's because you know how like in Walking Dead, the walkers are always just around, even if they're not like necessary or relevant to what's happening.
Right, you'll see them like
they're just
shaking
everywhere.
around somewhere. Yeah,
right. They're everywhere. That is not how it's going to be like in this show. They're only going to be like when it's absolutely necessary.
So, do you think we'll see any like bloaters or anything in the show? I mean, because they pretty much said they're rewriting everything, including Billstown. So I don't think there's going to be a bloater, in the janitor's closet
in the gym. I mean that's the only. No, we got the bloater. I think in 3 different places.
It was at the university. It was at the gym, and then it was the other one was when you play as Ellie, right, with the dude, the stalker guy. So yeah, it was 3
right.
times.
So I think we might see one bloater.
The gym got to be there. It's too iconic.
I mean, they're retelling it though. I don't know if you're going to see it early on.
I think we might see just said they skipped
over.
I don't know.
BG just said they skipped over meeting Robert, that whole scene with Tess and shit, going to the docks and meeting what's her name? Can't even think of her name.
Robert's, you do meet Robert, but not in that way. Yeah.
Okay, so my point is, all right, there's too many iconic moments, like the first time they see a clicker. There's certain shit they're gonna show, but like I guess he's telling her, hey, you got this infection, and you're gonna keep it on, keep it low, wonton, right? Keep it low until you find out, until they get where they gotta go. Listen, I'm excited for it. I'm glad BG's kind of, because I'm thinking like more, it's gonna be more zombie. Yeah, I'm thinking more zombie, more like clickers and getting into that. But I guess they won't be that.
Because Neil likes to make it about the human interaction, but that's cool and everything. But bro, like I like to see a lot of infected because it's like he likes to make it seem like the infected are like the least important part. But I'm like, this story isn't that interesting and doesn't happen without the infected.
It's a basic story without the infected.
So
exactly.
If this shit gets to like season 2, it's gonna take at least 3 seasons to get to Last of Us 2, like to finish Last of Us 2 story. You have those two perspectives. I don't think they'll be able to jam all that in season 2.
No. It should be. It should, like Last of Us Part 2 should be at least.
You already know, bro.
These 2 extra
I can already picture
it,
a Big Cloud. They're like season 3 on HBO, and they're gonna just show the debut of, you're gonna see Abby's face. I'm like, word. And that's
no. Those should. Well, I mean, yeah, they could, but it depends on how they end part 1 for season 1, because that might be the beginning for season 2 in general. Because remember, you kind of got that in the game early on. You got that teaser.
It's interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with the doctor. What they do in that situation. How obviously he's gonna end up killing them, but like it's just interesting to see how they're gonna play it all out.
And the remake does make sense. Everybody was like,
I don't know about that, Chief. I can't.
No. Like after seeing this, after seeing the first episode, I'm like, okay, yeah, because they were confident that this show was gonna be a hit. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a hit enough that people are gonna look up what the Last of Us game, and then want to play the game, and they didn't want them to play the remastered version from like 2013. So I'm saying that's why it made sense for them to do it. It wasn't completely necessary, but after watching the first episode of the show, I'm like, oh yeah, they were confident that people are gonna go back and play the game who haven't.
One episode was how long, BG, roughly?
It was like 85 minutes, I think. This first episode,
and did they get pretty far? Because they're skipping stuff too as well. Like they got
so they got up to the buildings, the abandoned building. That's where the first episode stops at.
Oh, wow. The office,
the highway, and the abandoned building.
So, but before she shows that she's infected, right before, that water, the water part. Okay.
So right before they get into Boston,
right before they get ambushed by the
they're already in Boston. What am I saying?
They're already there.
I'm saying like the highways and all the broken buildings.
Yeah, after you escape Fedra and you're about to enter the building, they stop it right there. So the next episode is that's where the clickers.
Oh, it's raining. I can't wait to see that scene, bro.
So did it at least feel authentic, at least for the most part to you? Or
there was a few parts where I felt like it was a bit rushed.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was a big part of the game where like they slowed it down and they let that scene live a little bit.
Yeah.
But
this is good for video. Like this is good for video games because all video game movies that come out, all games and movies, and like look at Uncharted, look at
I don't know,
Tomb Raiders, look at Resident Evil, look at Doom, like all the movies.
It's definitely good.
Some of those will work, but after hearing the casting for Kratos, for God of War,
what are they casting for Kratos?
They talking about Batista, bro.
No.
Batista's being thrown in here. That's why Chris was talking about it. No, they didn't cast him, but they're talking.
I'm so sick of Batista being a big muscle guy, so now he got to be the cast of everything. I hate that shit. He's the cast of Gears of War. He the cast of Kratos. Like, cut that shit out because he's a big muscle head.
I will say, I always say that scene when Joel's daughter dies, like it doesn't do nothing for me in the video game, and I still stand by that. It just doesn't do nothing for me in the video game. But in the show, it does hit harder.
Really?
It just because I guess it's because it's real people,
right?
Yeah, because it's actual. Like it's hard for me to like a lot of times to look at a video game and like, oh man, this hurts. Like nah, but this being like a live action show, I'm like, okay, yeah, this hits harder now.
How'd you feel about them kind of like doing that whole Like they changed her ethnicity in the show, right? She's black in the show, very correctly. For
he
Sarah,
he yeah, it didn't really
like did they
it
show his
didn't
wife? Because they never showed her in the game. That's why I was like,
nah, they never bring up Joel's wife, and but
no.
clearly this Chilean Joel likes black women because
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. You know, he was with a black woman. But no, you don't. Once you watch the show, she does a really good Sarah. So you don't care. You won't care.
Imagine being hired for like 30 minutes of acting, and they're gonna only use 10 minutes of that, if that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. Like it's kind of crazy. Like, damn, I'm gonna be here for one episode. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were complaining that Ramsey didn't play the games. Like she tried to play and they said don't play it. I mean, I think the reason why they didn't do that is because Neil wanted her to have to be her own thing and not be looked at as like a carbon copy of Ashley Johnson who plays Ellie. I guess that's what they wanted. But
I'm not mad.
I'm
at
glad.
people who
I'm
didn't
glad
play
it's
the game,
doing well.
honestly.
Yeah, she don't need to. Fuck it. Like fuck it.
Yeah. If you play the
Um,
game, maybe you'll feel like compelled, even like in a subconscious way, to just copy the game. It's better to just do it your own way.
Right.
If this was just a carbon copy of the game, it's just like basically the game's minus the gameplay, this wouldn't be worth watching. We could just watch the cutscenes on YouTube, you know?
yeah, I just want to see how they handled the winter section. You know what I'm talking about? When you run into David and she's by herself, like how are they going to do
There's
that?
a lot
Is
of
it gonna
interesting
be,
sections. There's
yeah,
a lot
is it
there's
going
gonna
to
be
be
a lot of
action-packed?
interesting.
Is she going
I'm
to be
sure
doing
we'll
those
be
stealth
talking about it
kills?
every week on this podcast. Like shit. Like this is like an HBO thing, right? So it's
Yeah.
gonna be every
Game of
episode
Thrones, yeah,
comes out
type of
once a
thought.
week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna lead a lot of. I think it's gonna help out the podcast a lot because some weeks, there's some weeks, bro, like whew, tough out there.
So would you say it's worth a watch, BG? Is it worth the
Yeah,
watch?
it's
Worth the wait?
definitely worth watching. Mm-hmm.
You know, BG,
Like
bro,
the
he's
direction
picky
is
as
going,
fuck.
like you're intrigued. You're gonna watch the rest of this, even
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the
like
rest. But
you were gonna watch the rest of this regardless because
Regardless,
you
you're
play the
talking to
games, you're a fan of the
BG,
games.
but I
bro.
can
like
definitely
if
say
you weren't a fan of the games, like would you like be interested in this?
yeah, my wife never played the game, but she said she is interested to watch the rest of the show now.
Oh, so
and
she
I could
was
say,
there with you.
yeah, she was there with me,
So
and
she
I can
liked it.
definitely say without a doubt, anybody will watch this and say, okay, it's definitely not trash. That's the bare minimum. You may not think it's like the greatest thing ever, like
So it's
like
not Mortal Kombat bad that is good. It's
no, nowhere near that. But is it like this? 98 on Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes? No, like I said, I probably wouldn't say it's going to be that great, but it's it's good. It's good.
better than that Halo TV show.
Pause, and that's what I'm saying. It's good for video
Anything is better
games.
than that, bro.
Plain
Yeah.
and simple. It's good for video games. Moving forward, so listen, like Med said, we'll cover it. It'll probably lead certain podcasts, and we'll get into it then. I'm sure it comes out Monday. Everybody will get a chance to watch
Oh, it's
it.
coming out Monday.
Yeah,
This Monday.
I believe
That's
so.
coming up. All right, cool.
But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna get started with the whole. This was surprising to me, but it's not surprising, right? So Nvidia complaining, and I hate talking about this, but listen, it's a gaming podcast. Nvidia and Google complaining. One had a dying cloud-based service that died, so like what are they even complaining about? But it's not about Call of Duty. Their concern is the mobile market. And when you really think about it, this is the biggest transaction in entertainment history. It really is. Like it's and if people were not to, if 10 years from now, Microsoft had this big monopoly on the whole game industry, right? Wouldn't people look back like, damn, like nobody stepped in and said shit? Nobody said anything. They just let them buy whoever they want. Like that shit ruined video. Like, you know what I mean? So it's gotta be looked at. Like it's gotta be looked at. And Sony's in a position where they can sit there and nitpick. But Nvidia and Google was a little bit surprising for me. Like, what did they're worried about the cloud side of it, BG? Like what are they worried about? Like,
man, I couldn't tell you. Like this acquisition stuff, I purposely try to like not know nothing about it.
it's played out for sure. It's fucking
Yeah.
played out, bro.
Because you're talking about who's is it now? Nvidia and somebody
And
else.
Google.
And Google like are going against the acquisition. Man, I have no idea, bro. I couldn't.
Everybody's going against this acquisition, right? Cloud and mobile. But my thing, the only two people that control the mobile market is Apple and Google, right? So this shit, guys, listen, people like Blaze, you're gonna talk about this. Was it Prisoner on my Twitter? This is what it is, bro. I don't want to listen. Either buy the fucking company or don't. That's where I'm at. Like, I don't care. Call of Duty is just, it's meh to me. Like, I don't care if it's a big game. It doesn't affect my day to day. I got everything. I'm gonna enjoy everything. You know what I mean? It's getting drawn out. Like Big Cloud, I know, and then Big Cloud spoke about on RGT. So now here I am double talking about this shit, bro. This shit's old, bro. I don't care about Microsoft's acquisitions, bro. If they buy it, God bless them. If they don't, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It
it's
is
just
what it
like we. The funny thing is, right? We don't have to talk about this shit, and this shit will immediately come back to us immediately because what happens, everywhere you go on YouTube, acquisition talks. That's all they talk about is acquisitions. Nobody's talking about upcoming games. Talking about, hey, what's this gonna do? BG, you see it on Twitter. Oh, this is the best thing ever. This is gonna give them XYZ. But I'm like, they've already proven multiple times they're incompetent with the studios they have now. So what's the point?
I want this shit to pass forward, Big Cloud, because Sony's holding their cards. Sony's not showing us shit. People keep playing Sony. Where's your events? Sony doesn't have to show events. They don't have to show cards because this Xbox got to apply fucking pressure, bro. Like they really. BG had a great tweet when I seen this. I was like, "Are you sure it's not the opposite?" BG says Redfall will score higher than Starfield, which,
all right, BG. What if it doesn't though? What you gonna do?
I mean, I just think.
Why do you feel that way?
Wait, what the fuck? What?
Yeah, I don't think he's too far off with that because Starfield, there's so much pressure on it, bro. And look, Starfield looks very generic, bro. I'm not hating on the game. It just looks super bare bone generic.
Like there's so much they have to accomplish and get right with Starfield, and they keep talking. We know it's this game of this crazy scale, and this ambitious game, and Redfall. They're not doing they're not doing all that. It's going to be a big game according to them, but it's also going to be Redfall is going to be a more polished game than Starfield, guaranteed. There's no doubt about it. And Arcane, even though they've made like two games that two recent games that I haven't liked, they made Prey. I didn't like
Deathloop trash.
Yeah, but these are still like, especially Deathloop, even though I just disagree with it, I think the game kind of sucks. They're still highly rated games. So Arcane just doesn't really put out anything bad, and this is going to be a very polished game. Starfield, I feel like the criticism for it is going to be kind of tough. I feel like Starfield could easily be like an 86 and 85, and Redfall could be like a 87, 88.
It's so funny. They said Redfall is not Borderlands. They said Redfall is not what you think it is. It's more like Far Cry. Now, for me, that
you'll put more hours in that than you will in Starfield if you play it.
Dude, it just depends when it comes out. Redfall will be a couple, like I said, Redfall will be a Game Pass thing that dudes in the Discord play for a couple of weeks.
I'm saying that could be a party game that has more likelihood of being played more than
what
Starfield at this point.
What good characteristics does Far Cry have that would make you say that? Like that, I feel like that hurts that. Why would they say that? I feel like that hurts their whole shit. Why would you say it's like Far Cry? So now people that don't like that whole generic first person shooter with light exploration, like they're gonna be like, oh, well, thank you for telling me what it is. Now I'm not buying it.
I think specifically they said Far Cry 2. I think that's what someone told me. Far Cry 5 and 6. They're up to 5, right? Oh, they're up to 6 now.
6 or 5? I don't know. No, you're right. 5.
They need to stop. Whatever.
No, it's 6. It's 6. It's
Jesus
6.
Christ.
Because
Yeah,
5 was the Joseph Seed, and then there's 6. Yeah.
the last one I beat was 4. So 2, 3, and 4 are good. And then I'm like, no, y'all need to stop this because this is just trash now. But if they specifically mean Far Cry 2, then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But what was Far Cry 2, BG?
2 was like the most unique one, bro.
Yeah, they had cool things like you could throw a Molotov and it'll burn half the field and up
really
the
cool
tree.
physics.
But essentially, Far Cry 3 kind of went away from that. It was more of the same, and they just went away from the cool physics stuff. But they had a better, it had dudes like Voss leading, you know what I mean, leading the pack that made you like, oh, this guy's a fucking asshole. Oh, he's well voice acted. I want to play this. But like other than that, it's you know, and we're gonna get into the whole Ubisoft hate and you know why people like Ghost of Tsushima and then they hate Assassin's Creed.
Ghost of Tsushima was fire.
Absolutely. Oh, bro, Ghost of Tsushima is top of the line. So, Meds, do you agree with BG that Starfield will be the more popular, the more successful game out of the two? Todd Howard hasn't made a game in 20 years.
That's not what he said. He said that.
Yeah, he said Redfall would be
Redfall.
Better. Yeah, I'm sorry. Opposite. I'm sorry.
No, I completely disagree with him. I think he's he's vastly mistaken. He's vastly mistaken. It's just unfathomable. Like honestly, I just feel like people the faith in Bethesda as of right now, in terms of the general public, is just as low as it's ever been. And
okay, but they have every right, Meds.
No,
they have every right.
That's and yeah, that's cool. Because of what 76, which
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 was pretty good,
but it wasn't Fallout.
I don't think Fallout 4 was trash. Like
it wasn't trash.
Was pretty good.
It was borderline though.
I think Bethesda makes some of the best games in the industry, and I think that Starfield, even though
Raggy,
BG, like Bethesda has won how many Game of the Years? Like, what are we talking about? Bethesda, every Elder Scrolls game wins Game of the Year the year that it comes out. This is just a thing that happens.
How often does an Elder Scroll game come out?
Fallout 3 won Game of the Year awards the year that it came out. Like,
okay.
Bethesda hits.
Skyrim used to hit.
Skyrim sold how many copies? Like 35.
Okay,
40, 45?
But Skyrim does.
Crazy amount of.
This is Starfield.
People
keep thinking it's just going to be the same thing just because they're making it. But I disagree. I don't think this is like they're calling it Skyrim in space, but I don't think this is going to be Skyrim. I just don't.
Have we not learned anything from Cyberpunk?
I think you guys must have forgot. Cyberpunk, the game that's been highly successful, Big Cloud, and sold over 15 million copies.
Now.
Like, what are you talking about?
The TV show.
It
launched. I'm talking about the way the shit launched. The shit was terrible, and people got their refunds.
It sold like 12 million copies at launch, Big Cloud.
You get what I'm saying? And it was broken as fuck at launch, and they got their refunds
because
it's successful. Fallout, very successful.
Skyrim, Fallout 3, Skyrim. You know they're deep into those franchises, and you've had a lot of time to perfect those. This is still a new IP, which it's not like just transporting everything you've learned from those games necessarily. You still got to create a lot of new things for Starfield, you know. So I just don't think it's going to translate that.
I don't disagree with you in what you just said, but. Again, this is just the same as, like, for example, Ghost of Sushi. Like, I had tons of faith in it. Why? Because it's Sucker Punch making it. I have faith in Sucker Punch. Last of Us, you know, whatever that Naughty Dog does next, I have a lot of faith in it. Why? Because it's them. I have a lot of faith in whatever Bethesda does next because it's Bethesda. That's just the way I feel.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, all I think
they're gonna hit, and I think it's going to be funny that people doubted them because they're going to hit.
Do you think Starfield is getting over like a 90 on Metacritic?
I think it's a lot more likely that happens than not. Yes.
I don't think it will at all. I would be absolutely shocked if this game gets over it. I don't see that happening. I don't think that happens at all.
Okay.
I just don't see it.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
I mean, listen.
I'd be willing to make a friendly small wager on that.
I'm sure BG's going to have a line of people.
BG's not a betting man, so But
He is though. He is.
he's not.
No, I would bet.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
because Fallout 4 didn't do that, right? Fallout 76 didn't do that.
Didn't do what?
I'm guessing Elder Scroll did that. That
Did
was
a
a
90.
decade ago.
Oh, a 90. Yeah.
That was a decade ago. So yeah, I just don't see it. I don't think specifically like Fallout and like these Skyrim type games have kept up with industry standards that much either. So
They're definitely
Mm.
behind. I felt like Fallout 4 was behind a lot of the games that came out around this time. Like Witcher 3 ate Fallout 4's lunch that year for sure.
But if you talk to BG, Witcher 3 is just another trash game too. So it's just
Yeah,
listen.
but that's why I don't trust BG in terms of these games in regard. Like BG doesn't play with these Western RPGs like that.
but
I mean, that's
yeah,
fair to say. But when you say Naughty Dog, if Naughty Dog puts out a game, I trust it. Well, bro, Naughty Dog hasn't given you any
Yep,
reason.
that's
Never.
Yeah.
Listen, we might not like story directions. We not might like how what they had chose to do to characters, but
Yeah, but what did Bethesda do to make you doubt them?
you look, I just like BioWare. Is BioWare in a good grade? Oh, that was BioWare's B team. It
Bro,
don't matter.
BioWare completely absolutely flopped with Anthem. What did Bethesda do that was so bad?
76.
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 wasn't made by Bethesda. Like it
Who's
was
it made by?
Bethesda game.
It was a side studio. You can look this up.
Okay,
Sure,
but
it's a Bethesda game.
Under the umbrella.
It wasn't BGS. Yeah, absolutely, of course. But
Okay, like
it wasn't the
their
main.
game.
It wasn't the main guys.
Their games are usually buggy, and in the past they've gotten like it's a cute bug.
Their games are
excuse.
critically acclaimed and won
Right.
Game of the Year awards, guys.
And
No.
but I don't think that it's a cute bug thing is gonna fly anymore. I don't think people are letting them get away
I
with that
agree.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it's adorable. Look at the bug. Like, no, that's not flying.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right. Back then, it was more tolerable. Like people were like Bethesda could do no wrong. You know, we always give that status to like the Nintendo, to the Naughty Dog, to CD Projekt Red could do no wrong. You know, but it can change fast, man. You know this. Like it don't matter how good you are.
So what you want to
how
bet?
graceful-
BG? Let's make it.
Come on,
let's make
BG.
it
No,
friendly wager.
BG,
Let's
don't
make
do
a friendly
it.
wager.
I'll bet a good $40.
Okay, cool. So lay the parameters.
That
You said I had to get a 90.
90's tough.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. That's a tough hill.
So what are we saying? 90?
Man, this is
90?
not a hill
I
you
don't
want to
feel-
die
I don't
on,
think
bro.
it's getting over a 90. Yeah, I don't think that.
All right, so 90 and up, I win. 89 and below, you win.
Yeah, from
Starfield.
whatever
Bro,
has
you'd be like,
from
What,
the
whichever
Xbox.
platform has the most reviews.
which is
Oh my
probably going to
God.
be Xbox.
It's good. It's
I
probably
assume.
going to be PC.
Oh, you think so?
No.
Okay. Well, if that has the
Yeah,
most reviews,
it's a
I'm fine with
Bethesda
that.
game.
If one of them got a 90, it don't matter if the PC version or
No. It has to be the one with the most reviews. It
Yeah,
has to
most
be the one with the most
reviews,
yeah.
reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right,
a,
so
that's a tough,
we agree. There you go.
bro. He's got a way better chance of fulfilling that than you do, Mitch. Not just because
bro,
of the
it's
numbers.
it's on wax. It's on wax. SolidCast 55. The bets.
Don't worry,
the bets on-
SolidCast will cover
The
it.
bets
for you,
on
brother. Don't
camera.
worry.
The bets on camera. There you go. There you go. I'm very confident. I don't think I'm gonna lose this bet.
Ooh.
I'm very
Big Cloud.
confident. I'm very confident.
Meds gave his opinion, and listen, not to make it. I think it's good. I think it's good that we speak about this shit because these companies get passes, right? They've been using the same tired engine forever and ever, and they just improve upon it. But let's not. I just want to say something quickly, and I said this last week. I think let's not forget, BG. Come on, just because you don't like Bethesda, Skyrim was a big deal, bro. I mean. It was a big deal when it came out. BG. You can't say it wasn't, bro. This shit was everywhere, bro. Everybody was
I like
talking about
Bethesda,
Skyrim.
just not Fallout and Skyrim type games. I like the other Bethesda.
That's all
games.
Bethesda do. Oh, you talking about like?
Well, I'm talking about games
other
under the
studios under
Bethesda
their umbrella.
umbrella. Yeah,
I got you. Not Bethesda.
I just
Game
don't like
Studios.
those two games specifically. Is what I don't like. I like
And
like,
Doom.
Yeah. When
Well,
I was talking
Doom
Bethesda,
Eternal
that's
is
what
good. I
was
just didn't
talking
like the
about.
first Doom, but I like well, can't really put Wolfenstein under there, but technically
You can. That's Bethesda.
Yeah, you can.
That's a Bethesda
Yeah,
game.
like
Yeah.
you can. It's just done by Machine Games, but I like Wolfenstein. I like Dishonored. Like those, like I said, outside of Fallout and Skyrim, I like everything else they make, just not those two games.
Big Cloud.
So you
your
don't
thoughts
like
on it?
Bethesda Game Studios, which is crazy because
I guess so. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not touching none of those.
that's like what started it
What was
all.
you about to
I
ask
feel
me,
you.
Bus?
What do you think of Redfall Metacritic? Just give me we don't gotta stay on this. What do you
Redfall?
think? Yeah, give me their 2 Metacritic scores? Just curious.
I think Redfall would probably score higher than Starfield.
Yeah, but give me something, bro.
All right, Redfall.
You ain't gonna play that anyway. Just give
I'm
me.
not gonna play it, but I probably say like 80. I could like an 80 for Redfall. Starfield. It's a lot of work needs to be done with that game. A lot of work.
You know, BG and Big Cloud. You guys make me sick, bro.
It's a lot of
Like,
work.
do I gotta be
Redfall
the
is a
Sony
dick.
guy that just stays in the middle? Like, y'all really like?
All right,
y'all
you know
really-
damn well you don't stay in the middle. Cut that shit. Cut it out.
Bro,
Redfall is
I'm
a day
more-
one for me. I think Redfall is going to get like a 86, 87.
Listen,
And
I'm not
it's-
trying to be weird. It don't look like it's going to be an 80 type of game. Man. It
Why
looks like
do
it's gonna
games
be
gotta
this
hit
type of-
90s for y'all to be like, oh,
No.
it hit an?
All right, hold on. We already had this conversation. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but
the
why-
game was
but-
an 80 or a 90. Like there's some games I played that score less than that, and I enjoyed, like the Order 1886.
But wait, BG's was going down like, oh shit, they haven't hit a 90 in over a decade.
I mean, he's
So,
talking
like,
about the
that
quality
perception-
of what we've been seeing here. The quality has not been the same since, like dudes bringing up Elder Scrolls 12 years ago. Yeah, they were scoring 90s. Are they getting that now? No, a lot of the games launch buggy and they rely on the community to fix them. This is a game that is touted for a console, and it's like their main thing they're latching onto. This isn't exclusive to PC or anything, where they can rely on that community through mod support. This is on console. So those little perks that they had, those little shortcuts, like, oh, okay, it's all right. The community will fix it. Give it a week or so after the launch. The community will be right on it. No.
Yeah. And I only
No.
brought that up to point out that like their greatest achievements, like these game of the years and these high
Have been a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, bro, that was mad long ago. They like nothing
true.
they've made recently has gotten that. So like that, that 10 years ago stuff don't mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
So
No, that's fair. It's fair to say, I mean, this is why this is why things are documented. This is why.
Like, come on, like this could happen, and like let's keep it a buck. Like, let's say this is Insomniac, and let's say it was today would be 10 years from Insomniac, and they hadn't dropped a single game on the caliber of Spider-Man 2 or
10
Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
years
Yeah, 10
10
years ago they were dropping
about 10
bangers.
years ago, Ubisoft was one of my favorite publishers.
10
now I think
10
they are
10
absolute
10
garbage.
years ago, Insomniac dropped Fuse, Big Cloud. I just want you to know that.
Dropped what?
Fuse.
Around 10 years ago,
Mm.
Insomniac dropped Fuse, which was
which started as
critically
Overstrike.
panned and nobody cared.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know that.
That's a shot at Insomniac, by the way. But
No, that's a shot at his logic, at his rhetoric.
speaking of
I'm just
BG
saying.
saying that, let me get to these members. Rob Jones, been a member. Blaze 4K in the panel. Hope you're good. Great show. Appreciate you, Rob Jones. Eddie Denny becoming a member again. Appreciate you, Eddie Denny. But BG just said something funny. He said Ubisoft used to be one of my favorite publishers, right? Favorite developers, whatever. All they've done is put out consistently with, I mean, they haven't changed their formula. So is that what you're faulting them for? Because they haven't changed?
EA
Or are
was
you faulting
dropping
them?
fire back then. I mean, come on.
Bro, what were they dropping back then? Y'all just
EA?
no. Ubisoft.
Oh, he's talking
Where
about
you get EA from?
Ubisoft.
Oh no, they were dropping heat. Like they're like Tom Clancy games, like the Splinter Cell, the Ghost Recon, Future Soldier. Bro, everything they dropped was heat. Like even the Assassin's Creed game, because I believe the Assassin's Creed games of the past were better than what's now. So even the games,
Brotherhood.
even the franchises that they're still keep going now, they were better before.
Yeah.
So they stopped the good games that I liked, and they're continuing the games that I like, except the trash versions of them. So,
Wait, did you see you didn't see the leak gameplay of Mirage, did you, BG? Did you see it?
leaked version? No, I didn't see
Like
any
it was
leaked
well,
version, no.
oh, some people were like clipping it and sending it everywhere, but it was like, bro, are you expecting like crazy differences? Let me just ask you that. Are you expecting crazy differences?
Yeah, I think Mirage is gonna. I'm buying Mirage day one, and I don't play Assassin's Creed anymore because they made a a stealth game into some action RPG for some reason with 100-hour
100 hours.
bloated nonsense for some reason where it's a better game as like a 20-30 hour actual stealth experience. So I'm like, no, like y'all
The
can
bloated
keep this
nonsense
with that
I
trash.
understand, but I never understood having the option to go in aggressively with a big melee weapon, with range, with stealth. I never understood why you would hate the option of doing what you wanted to do rather than let me walk in a crowd, let me throw on my hood, let me walk, you know what I mean? Let me just stab this dude, run away, climb a building. Like that's what I played Assassin's Creed 2, and yes, back then it was incredible, but bro, that shit's very bare bones when you go back
No,
to
that's
it. It
fire
really
to
is.
me. That's fire. Like because even if it's not about the lack of option, it's the fact that now it's literally some RPG where you can like attack somebody and you got like these big ass health bars and they're spongy as hell. That's the problem. I don't want to fight no spongy enemy in a game that's
true.
supposed to be a stealth
That's the
adventure
problem.
game.
You're right.
I don't want to do that. I want to perform real assassinations, and I want it to feel like that.
There's no reason why my knife can't go in this guy's throat just because he's a level 24.
30.
Yeah, and it's like I think the last one I played was Origins, and it's like, and now and they have you playing as gods.
Vikings, yeah.
I'm like, what? You're a god. Like, is it one of these games you have like a magic arrow that you can control? I'm like, man, get this dog shit out. How do I go from an assassin, like a literal assassin that's trained in this grounded gameplay, to a god who can control an arrow with his mind? Like, how did we get here,
bro? You know what's funny too? You know, like you kill everybody, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It don't feel like it matters. Like they'll say, yeah, this is the big enemy, right? But there's nothing that really makes you care or think that this is a big enemy. Like Assassin's Creed 2, remember those video packages you would get for each particular main boss that you had to go kill? Like you get like the narration from the dude that's like in the chair.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in there that makes you go, okay, yeah, I got to kill this guy. Like that's the reason I got to kill this guy. You know, he's killing people for losing races. You know what I mean, or stuff like that. You don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, Ubisoft is just dumb. Like that leadership is
yeah,
they're insane, bro. Because
Ubisoft is down bad.
You don't make Splinter Cell is coming back as they announced. Okay, but you don't make Splinter Cells no more, really, right? You Far Cry was better back then. Assassin's Creed was better back then. All your Tom Clancy and Ghost games were better back then. And now all you cancel 3 games. All you're chasing fads because that's what they do. They chase fads and trends. Oh, let's make these stupid arena or battle royale games because that's what's popping. So none of their games have any soul or like any passion behind them. They literally make games like they're coming off an assembly line,
a conveyor belt.
Like it's literally it's like, oh, battle royale is popping. Let's put in some code and algorithm for a battle royale game and let it print out. They treat it like it's a 3D printer. Like they just put in what they need and the algorithm just makes it for them. That's what their games seem like. It doesn't seem like none of these games that Ubisoft makes feels like there's a person that made them.
Yeah,
like there's no way actual living, breathing human beings made this game. This is machine made, bro. That's what it is.
So Ubisoft closed down 3. They closed down 3 studios or 3 games they were gonna make. I guess they canceled them or whatever.
Games,
yeah. And it reminds me, I think one of them, BG, me and you played early, right? We had the early access to it, and it was like a first-person shooter. And I remember playing with BG, and like we just had a couple games, and he's like, "Yeah, Blaze, I can't do this. I'm not playing this." I'm like, "Bro, we just got on. What?" He's like, "Yeah, nah, this shit's bad." And I'm like, "Damn!" So I stuck with it. I'm like, "Wow!" Like Ubisoft has just lost their soul. There's no soul into anything anymore, bro. There's not.
I bought Wildlands. I remember when I bought Wildlands, bro, and I tried to like that game so bad. It's like I did like it for like the first 7-8 hours, and like everything is the same.
Yeah.
After like 7 hours, you're doing the exact Same thing. It's
I
so
love Wildlands,
repetitive.
bro.
And it's like, who told y'all? I remember like around, I don't remember, it was maybe circa like 2012, 2013. That's when the industry started to think that like every game had to be open world, right? That was probably one of the worst times, in gaming,
Big
where
time.
everybody thought like, oh yeah, open world by default, that's what your game has to be. And like Ubisoft just took that and went off the deep end with it, where everything has to be bloated, everything has to be open world, and let's just go freaking crazy with the amount of unnecessary content that's in the game. It's like, why, bro? Why? Like,
But
why did y'all go in this direction?
Ghost Recon, I feel like they use that title and just put Ghost Recon fucking Soccer All Stars. They'll literally use Tom Clancy and throw it on fucking whatever. They do got a problem doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, like, that's not even a Ubisoft thing. What do developers do? Open world games have come so repetitive. And this is why I'm not trying to suck off Elden Ring again, chat, but this is why, like, at least the open world game of Elden Ring was just, I don't know if it's what do you think it is, BG? You think it's the signs? You think it's the busy work all over the map that, like, with all these question marks? Or do you think, like, what else are they supposed to do to try to change the formula? Because telling me and you that love third-person shooters that we're going to get dropped into this world, military, tactical, and you get sick of that shit, that's crazy to me that you get sick of that. Like, what are they supposed to do?
Like, you don't need to create an open world unless it's absolutely necessary, right? Because, like, bro, I'm even Elden Ring. I hope I don't want to play other Souls.
I want
games
linear
like
Elden Ring. Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Like Souls games are still better linear. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Like, I do not want to play another game like another Souls game like Elden Ring, because Elden Ring gave me fatigue. I like my Souls games to be like 40, 50 hours max. I was in Elden Ring for over 100 hours, and I was like, I'm sick of this. I really like the game. I love the game, but I was like, yo, I'm sick of this by now. I don't even want to see another Souls game for like a whole year. So, like, you don't need to make an open world game unless it's absolutely necessary for the gameplay and the story. Even like I was replaying like Fallen Order, the first one. I never realized how bad that game is like hub worlds, right? It's not open world.
The map was terrible. Yeah.
But I never really, like, it never hit me the first time I beat it how bad the level design is and how bad the world is.
The sliding,
like
and all
how
that shit. Yeah.
bad it's designed.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't mind that, BG. I
we
like
let
that.
it slide because it was their first time. It was like a passion project. We didn't really care as much. But when you go back to it, you do kind of notice.
See, I don't mind that. I don't mind the God of War formula, like where they say, "Hey, this is an open."
Oh, with the illusion of paths.
It's the illusion of, hey, you can go anywhere, but everything leads really to the same path. Like, I don't mind that. Like, Last of Us had big open sections, but there's only one way in and one way out. But it felt
wide linear,
like, right. Exact wide linear, and that I don't mind that, but I don't know if listen, I remember there was rumors that PlayStation was going to buy Ubisoft. Oh, PlayStation should buy Ubisoft. Well, not rumors, people are just saying, hey, PlayStation should buy Ubisoft. Then as a chess move. Them. But BG, you telling me Assassin's Creed is not a profitable game? Like, no matter what, people buy that shit, whether you like it or not. The people are lying. You don't think with the right control, like, we could have a nice little, bro? The good thing about Assassin's Creed is they can go anywhere. They can go in any time period. They can go to any country, any environment, and make it work. That's the good thing about it. This, you know what I mean? Like Ghost of Tsushima, like, it's got to stay in that time period in that section. Like Assassin's Creed can go fucking, and they go to the fucking Amazon jungle next. You know what I mean? They can be the Aztecs. They can go anywhere. Like, they can be the Roman Empire next. Like, it's just, I feel like it's a unique thing, but the form, BG, what makes PlayStation games better? This is what I hear. PlayStation games, the open world ones, are better versions of Ubisoft games.
For one, but for one, they make their games with purpose, right? Ubisoft makes their games out of obligation, because there's, like, when you follow the Assassin's Creed story, it does, there's not even like an actual like connected story anymore. Like that stopped. The story stopped making sense like at least 6-7 games ago, right? And I was following the story, and what made it exciting was, okay, this is heading somewhere. This story is going somewhere, especially with Ezio, and Altair and all that stuff. Okay, and they're connecting it. It's going somewhere, and it literally went nowhere. But
Right.
they kept on making the games just because it made money, just because it was out of obligation, right? And so it's pointless, and it's like empty. It has no soul. It's void. We're literally just doing this because we've annualized something, and we have to keep making it. So every year we're just gonna throw some stupid activities on the map, fill it with as much content as possible, and come up with another concept. Oh, you're a god now. Oh, this was this time period. This was this time period. It's just it's bullshit. Like PlayStation games, they're kind of made, with a little bit more purpose and
More soul.
intention.
Yeah.
They're very it's very intentional what they're doing. It's not
Actual
this,
care went into it.
just manufactured nonsense that Ubisoft is doing, man.
Yeah.
So if Splinter Cell were to come out, I think the best thing for Ubisoft to do is to get back in the good graces. Listen, and it's not, and I know y'all are gonna get mad, but like, bro, make some remakes, baby. You know what I mean? Like, go back and see what you had that was cooking, and remake
That's
them
what
shits,
Capcom did. Remember Capcom was on some bullshit, and they were just
bro.
struggling. They started doing remakes. Okay, let's get back on our feet.
Right, that's a fact, bro. They went down the line too. They're still going down the line. They're still going down the line. Yeah, I remember Capcom, bro. Capcom was looking worse than Ubisoft, bro. They were really. So it's I think with a couple like a Splinter Cell, they can get back into good graces of shit. In 2 weeks, people, I think people have been waiting for this game. Dead Space remake is coming. Uh, Callisto, and I want to bounce off that real quick, but Callisto, I believe sold 2 million copies. And somebody said in my Discord, Blaze, I think mature titles are over for. There's no hope for mature titles. But I think Callisto had a lot of problems. I don't think I don't think the blood and the gore is the reason why Callisto only sold 2 million copies. They wanted to sell 5 million. I think that was their quote or their mark. But they sold 2 million. Like 2 million is still a lot of copies, right? Like that's still a lot, bro. For like a short period of time with all the problems they had at launch. But Dead Space, someone's like, oh, Dead Space might have the same problem, bro. Dead Space is already solidified. Like they cannot fuck this up. It's like Demon Souls remake.
Yep.
Dead Space
They're
is
just redoing assets.
bro. Exactly. They're just touching onto it. They're adding, more dismemberment, shit like that. Like they got the blueprint. They got the skeleton, bro.
Yeah.
The
Dialogue
formula
goes being there.
Yeah, the formula already works. It has nothing to do with it being a mature title. That's the last issue that Callisto has. The game is mid. The systems suck. The gameplay sucks. It has nothing to do with it being mature. Literally, the gameplay sucks, bro. I beat the game. I can tell you it sucks. It stinks. The systems, the mechanics, all ass. That's the problem. Nothing to do with it being mature. That's it. Like I don't want to get it because I've
Where are the
literally
mature games, BG?
I'm pretty sure Last of Us is one of the most violent
Okay.
and visual games we've ever seen. Dead Space, Resident Evil, like, and all of these games are selling very well. All these violent games, God of War, even though it's not the violent as violent as we've seen before, but violent games are not suffering. That is not the problem at all. Callisto is just a very mediocre game.
Dead Space
And
scored what on Metacritic? Big Cloud. Do you know the number offhand? The original.
All 80s except for probably 3.
Hold on.
Is Dead Space just like an 80, a mid 80 game?
Dead Space 2 might be in the 90s.
Yeah, I think Dead Space 2 was the higher one. Hold on, let me see.
I'm not
Dead
hating
Space
it because if it's
2.
if it's 80, I'm not saying it's a bad. Is that really what it is?
All right, so Dead Space on PS3, 88, the first one.
Wow.
And on the PC, I'm just going to write the PC, 86 on PC for that. For 2, Dead Space 2 got 89, close to 90, 89.
Yeah.
So I think Dead Space, I expect it to get the same, 89.
Well,
I expect it to hit a 90, bro. Fuck it. Like if they went, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I didn't want to cut you. But one of the
you're
main
good, bro.
things, part 2, the reason why part 2 got higher, y'all remember they added dialogue for Isaac, and it made those moments.
But they added dialogue again for him, right?
For part 1, yeah, the remake of 1. So I mean, that might amplify it by itself because we never heard him talk. And
that could hurt it too, though.
Not really. You think about it.
They said they're not gonna make him talk too much, though.
I mean, yeah, he might grunt. He instead of him grunting, he might go motherfucker as he's stomping the little necromorphs like he did in part 2.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dead Space, people. I can't lie. Like, I want Dead Space. BG, are you gonna get an early code of that?
No, not early. I'm buying it. Definitely.
EA's the worst, bro. I was talking to Ricky, and he's saying EA's like the worst if you need a code. Like you got to deep throat their games.
Oh, I don't know, but that's a day one.
Let me get to these super chats, guys, and we'll get the fuck up out of here. Listen, guys, it's just not many topics. I'm not gonna sit here and bring up lame ass topics. That's not what we do here, brother. You know,
talk about BG capping for bad games. Yeah, I'm coming for you now, BG. What's up?
What bad games he capping for? What are you talking
Last of Us 2. No, I'm just
not
saying.
A bad game.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Fuck. I'm just saying. Fuck.
Oh my god, I was about to get you, bro.
Trolling.
John the Die said, "What up, SolidCast? Big member for 14 months, by the way. Appreciate it. So what's up, SolidCast? Hope you're doing good. The current Assassin's Creed games are not terrible, just not stealth oriented. Origins is still the best one. I'm guessing out of the new.
And in terms of fun factor, sure, I would
Assassin's
throw
Creed
Origins.
shits on old Assassin's Creed. Old Assassin's Creed is for
that is insane.
old ass boomers.
That is insane. All these new Assassin's Creed games are trash.
I will play.
BG is the same person who wants SOCOM back. SOCOM's never coming back.
Watch your mouth, man.
I've been giving up on. No, yeah, I don't even hear you talk about SOCOM no more. That's Blaze. I don't even talk about that game.
Yeah, and Blaze still talks about. Nobody wants that shit. You know why? Because
I don't know what that got to do with Assassin's Creed being trash right now. It is trash.
No. It's better than it's ever been. That's why it's selling more than it ever has.
No, it's not.
And absolutely.
It's selling more than it ever been because one, the gaming market has grown.
Because
and
it's the best that it's ever been.
The style, the game style now appeals to more people, but it doesn't mean it's better. It just appeals to the masses.
This
more.
new game that's going to come out, that's like a replica of the old style, is going to flop, and they're going to go right back to making these awesome RPGs like Odyssey.
No,
they're going to go back anyway. They're going to go back anyway.
They're making both versions.
Right? Yeah, it's just now they may continue to make the more traditional, more linear ones, and they're gonna make the bloated, fathead versions that y'all niggas like. The bozo unga bunga, trash assassin ones.
Nah, BG be overusing the word unga bunga, bro. You gotta cut it. You be using that.
It's unga bunga, bro. Like
all I have to say is that you guys are the only people that want SOCOM back, and you guys are the only Rogue Company fans out there.
Hey man,
nobody likes
Stay on Assassin's Creed being trash.
Nobody likes the games that you like.
Stay on Assassin's Creed being trash.
Nobody likes the games that you like. We're moving on.
Meds, hold it down, bro.
That's okay.
Hold
Stay on Assassin's Creed being trash though.
The industry has moved on.
Oh shit!
Trash.
Listen, Meds, why you gotta stroke my dick a little bit? And excuse my language, but seriously, like, why you gotta?
Wonton said, "Meds don't even play AC. Check my achievements. Shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing, Wani. Keep your mouth shut. Hold it down. You don't know nothing, Wani.
Check the achievements.
Yeah, check the achievements, Wani. Nah, but listen, don't listen to Meds. There's like I said, there's 300 people that went out of their way, and I don't care if it's 300 people, but the fact that 300 people go out of their way every night to play SOCOM 2 online. Listen, it's not just that small 300 people. There's absolutely room for a tactical third-person shooter. There's plenty of room for it, and people are craving that shit, man. They're sick of these Disney World shooters, bro. I am. You can make it fun of Rogue Company all you want, but when it came to tactical shooting, team play, and actually aiming your weapon,
Yeah.
It was great.
I don't
And it
argue
still is
with
great.
people
I'm
when it
about to
comes
play
I,
this.
I, I like
SOCOM,
Rogue
bro.
Company. I like Rogue Company. I'm just saying.
BG,
I'm
let's
just saying.
go.
It's just funny how you guys are the only guys who like SOCOM. You guys are also the only guys who like Rogue Company. That's what
Why
I'm
do we
saying.
like
It's
Rogue
weird.
Company
Why do
though?
we like Rogue?
Meds, why do we like Rogue Company? What does it resemble to you?
So calm.
Do you think that it's like SOCOM? Because I don't think so.
Bro, it's not. It's not like SOCOM, but it's a third-person shooter and it's a team-based third-person shooter.
I like Rogue Company because I don't like games that pretty much make powers and abilities the main thing that you have to rely on. You're not good. Anybody could do that, right? If the main feature of like your game and the gameplay, the main thing you have to do is to
wait for a power bar to build
is
up.
to pop an ability, your
Right.
game's trash. It should be gun skills first, and abilities should just be like the
The
topping,
cherry on top.
the cherry on top, right? It should just give you a slight little ability, like, okay, I can do this in this situation. It should not be the main thing that you do in the game. That's why I don't play like these games that are like heavily predicated on abilities, because anybody could do that. You're literally pressing one button. How is that skill? How is that fun? Oh, I press one ability, I press one button, and I can one shot somebody. Trash. It's garbage. Why am I going
I
to play
agree.
that?
I fucking agree, dog.
I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna play it. So that's why I like games when it comes down to who has the better aim. I play those games.
I
That's
agree
it.
1,000. And matter of fact, after we get off this podcast, Meds, if you want to play Rogue Company with me and Big Cloud, pull up. That ass, bro. I don't care. Y'all can listen. Y'all can like crazy auto, bro.
Hey, listen, man.
Y'all can love the over auto aim shooters. I don't like them shits. I don't like first person shooters are fucking trash, bro. They're not trash, but they're weak as fuck, bro.
Come on, man. You know I retired. I put that game down after I literally 20'd old Anubis. Come on, man. It's a shame. I don't want to do that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when I beat
you did Anubis like that. That's hilarious.
He did beat Anubis bad.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do you dirty on stream, Vic. I'm gonna let you live right now. I'm not gonna say what
you can't. You want? No. You try to start.
BG's the role. Listen, as a Rogue Company god in myself, I feel like I'm really good. I'll give it to BG, bro. BG is a level 500. That man literally should have been paid by High Res Studios. Facts. Rob Jones with the $2. He said, heading off, guys. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. I appreciate that. So, chat, I appreciate y'all pulling up for real. Like I said, slow week, but we still gonna run this show. I appreciate BG for pulling up. BG was like this. You should have seen. He comes in here, he's naked. He's like, I ain't got a shirt on. If I can find a shirt, I'll get it. It's like, man, BG, get your ass on camera, dog. You know what I mean? But I appreciate BG, bro. BG stays grounded. You know why I like BG? He's humble, bro. He's humble. He stays grounded. He's been the same person. He's been the same narcissist person for fucking 20 years now, BG?
Unlike Mad T Hollywood now.
Bro, I used to be. He used to go at everybody's throat still back with the Uncharted 2 days, man. That shit, BG. The multiplayer. Oh man.
Bro, BG's been always pushed multiplayer. He's always been that guy. But I appreciate him coming out, helping me out on a slow week.
You better be ready for that factions too, bro.
Bro, did you see?
Hold
on. No, we're not factions too. I want to make you aware of this game, BG. I'm sure you heard of it. Real quick. I showed Big Cloud this morning, bro.
Or something like that.
What is it called?
I think it's called the day
before.
Yeah, I seen the trailer like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, no.
You've seen the RTX joint. Yeah,
this is a new trailer, BG. It's like a 30-minute showcase, bro. It comes out March 1st, bro. BG, when you see this game,
I didn't know there's a new trailer out.
Bro, this shit looks ink, bro. BG,
I did see the RTX trailer, but not no 30. There's a new 30-minute gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
They show hella gameplay, bro.
Did you like Days Gone, right, BG?
No.
Yeah, I know what the game is. I know what the game is.
It's got similarities towards it because you can.
I hated Days Gone, but I know I've seen this game. Yeah, I've seen.
It's not like Days Gone, bro. It's more like
Division. I'm talking about like when you repair the car and shit like that. Like you can take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they had similar elements. Like find it. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like
don't say Days Gone, bro. You're gonna push the guy away before he even looks.
No, I know what the game is like. Yeah, it's not like Days Gone.
I like Days Gone.
The day before.
Days Gone's fire, sir.
The game is.
But yeah, BG, let them know where they can find you. Obviously you guys know BG, bro, at this point, but I still got to give him the respect of the outro.
Yeah. Weapon World podcast coming back tomorrow. after a 3-week break. We were supposed to
4
come back
weeks.
2 weeks from now.
God damn, bro.
But they've been calling us saying we got to come back and work and stuff. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to the channel, Broken Games HDR, you should go do that and watch us tomorrow.
Congrats on the numbers, man. Y'all doing good. Congrats, man.
Yeah, the algorithm, decided to like us for a few episodes, I think.
No, facts. And After Dark is a good time, bro. If you want to come and just, enjoy yourself, come to After Dark. It's a good time. What's up, buddy?
I did a science experiment.
What's your science experiment?
What I made.
The hell?
It started from water.
Bro, what is this?
It's like
That is cool, buddy.
To find out.
I'll check it out in a second, all right, bud? Get your ass to Meds. Appreciate you for coming out. You already know.
It's always a good time. Everybody check out BG, check out the Weapon Wheel podcast, of course, the RGT podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Damn, you seem broken. Did BG break you tonight, man?
Oh no, don't do that.
Nah, man, I'm looking forward to watching MMA after this, man. I'm just
yeah. Who's on that?
We'll talk about it after, man. Shit. It's on the
Give your
show,
fucking
bro.
outro, man.
Yeah.
Nah, good show. Good to see everybody. You guys enjoyed. Hit that like button. Check out everybody. Check out Weapon Wheel Podcast. Awesome podcast. Check out RGT. And hit that subscribe button, man.
Oh, hold on.
What's up? Oh, BG. That Leviathan actually dope. Does it light up? I meant to ask you that.
No,
3D
it don't
printed?
light up. Mm-mm.
Listen,
Just
you see
3D
this?
printed.
This is SolidCast dad hats, all right? Now listen,
Yeah, get
I'ma
it closer
tell
to
you
the
something.
camera.
I'm gonna tell you something about supporting black business. I did it.
man.
I got fucked over big time. So I supported black business. Shout out to Jack Mujani. He raped me like 100%. Crazy rates.
Oh my
But
God.
listen, all seriousness, guys. I know a lot of y'all been asking for the hats. We finally got the hats printed. Go to jiggymerch.com. Check out Jack shit. Check out my shit. But the hats are live. Shout out to everybody that's bought one so far. I appreciate y'all. And we'll catch you next week. Peace.